What defines my name? What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name? NAS. What defines my name?
Name existed forever, means victory, helper. Whole name means protector, shortened it by 2 letters. Without the IR at the end, the reincarnated Gil Scott living in the again. The World Cup in Moscow with a blonde who's a 10. Pen when I speak is like a lottery win. Quote my total, multi-mogul. So fly out to walk in any spot, every be soaking from a time when was stronger. Today's streets are calmer. They used to kill for shade sneaks and bombers. My name existed forever. Before Christians came in America, even better. With click sounds in their mouths was language for humans. With stick figures and K's, my name's written fluid. Nasty like way before even Rome had a sewage. For 50,000 years ago, if I could choose its origin, since there's nothing to gain by assuming, I would say that I shocked them like real prop. Creep with baddies in sequence, dresses with high strung. Fresh off the jet, you can see my vision while I've come. How much time y'all got?
NAS. NAS. What defines my name?
DNA of King James, kin of St. Michael, polygamous.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we join you from South Philly, close to 70,000 strong, packing Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Tennessee Titans and the Philadelphia Eagles. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go from South Philly. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll run it with Tony Pollard. Will manage to get 2, maybe 3 on that carry. Zach Barr, the All-Pro, makes the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 7. They'll run once more, and it's Pollard again. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Out of the shotgun, it's gone. That's caught. Outside, it's complete. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. It's a big one for Tennessee. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain.
First and 10, and they give it to Pollard. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Pollard. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? There's a test on 3rd down. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
The key to a good zone read offense is the timing, and in this case, it took a little bit longer to get going. By the time the back was given the ball, the defense was through. They're able to take him down on third down for a big loss.
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on fourth down. To throw is Goff. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they turn it over on down.
Well, Mike, it's pretty clear early in this game the message they want to send is we are going to be aggressive on offense. And that's exactly what they did there, going for it on fourth down early. But it's the defense that comes through and forces the turnover on downs.
Let's go now.
First carry for Saquon Barkley. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Oluwafemi Oladejo there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Check. Cougar 19. Unlock line. Street. Hut.
Once again, it's Barkley. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again.
On the bootleg, it's Goff. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked up by Jacorian Bennett.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal. Ready?
On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. From the 41, here's 2nd and 8. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Kevin Winston is there on the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think it would be a bit of an understatement, Mike, to say that this offense has come out today a bit flat. They haven't picked up a single first down through the first 2 drives, and barring a really aggressive decision here, they'll have to wait to their 3rd series to see if they can make it happen.
Too much leg there. That one's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard
line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. start. It's a carry by Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The best linebackers at this level, Mike, they have all the physical attributes. That's a given. But it's really their instincts. It's their ability to dissect and predetermine where the ball is going before the ball is even snapped. And you could see with how fast he met the back at the point of attack, he knew exactly what play was coming.
DC! What's up? On play action, Goff. His pass, caught. It's Chigokankwo. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
What a luxury. There's certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll run here with Pollard. Not much there, maybe a yard. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 9.
Maverick! 180!
From the gun, it's Goff. Going for it all. It hangs up a bit too much. It's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Metellus.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq! Check go!
He'll start on the ground with Barkley. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it here with Saquon. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. What will the second quarter have in store? And we're back in Philly in a moment.
On the set!
3rd and 7.
Let's go! 60 Eagles!
He'll drop the throw. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Jeffrey Simmons getting home to drop him. He's up to a dozen sacks now on the year. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Buffalo 18.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man. It's Smith. That is catch number 60 for the season.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Throwing now from the gun. That's caught. Saquon Barkley. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another 1st down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
They'll look to throw again. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 2. On the handoff, this is Barkley. And he'll take this one in. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That touchdown number 19 on the year.
Jake Elliott on for the point.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched. And an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Pollard to start this drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
And And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
He'll go play action with Goff. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
2 minutes remaining. First half in a 7-0 game. We'll come back to Philadelphia right after this. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run it straight ahead with Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
This one, batted away. It's incomplete.
I think he got away with one there, Mike. I thought with the way the defender had him covered, I was actually surprised he didn't move off to his next progression. He threw that into some really tight coverage, and he's lucky that ball wasn't picked.
In motion, Okonkwo. From the gun, on third down, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there, and that brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. 20. In motion, Okonkwo. They'll go for it. Here's Goff. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. Forced out left. Now he'll run. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And he's going to be taken down after a big 2nd down pickup. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. Back to throw. He's going to air this one out, looking for Dotson. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult, defensively, and it sets up fourth down. Here's their punter now. He's on for the second time and wouldn't mind a carbon copy of that first kick. And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 7-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Goff. And the pressure too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So instead of playing safe, the defense brings the heat, bring the quarterback down, and they'll walk off the field with 2 points.
In this situation, Mike, as an offense, you have to be prepared for the blitz. You know the defense smells blood. They want to come get you in the end zone and get 2 points. And that's exactly what they were able to do.
And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run. It's Barkley. I don't think that was going too far either way. Defense right on it. They hold him to no gain.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
We had a chance to talk to the defensive coordinator the other day, and remember what he told us, Mike? He said, we know how talented this young rookie quarterback is. He can make all the throws. We've seen him do it in college. But it's a different animal now doing this in the NFL. We think we can make him force some bad throws and make some bad decisions, and so far here in the 1st half, that's exactly what they've done.
On 1st and 10, here's Goff. In trouble, and down he goes. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this 1st half. Throwing on 2nd down. Goff. He's going to take a shot down the field. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing here is Goff. He's going to dial up another deep ball. That is caught. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their 2nd as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half.
1st down, Titans.
20.
Goff to throw on 1st down. Huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner. And now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside 3rd of the field. And he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he gets him out of danger and then some. Up past the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good.
So, 1 half in the books. 2nd half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
A run with Barkley. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
That's a 29-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Set. 70 Timberwolves.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Covered very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that is incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
And a nice return there. The offense not going to be back. As much as they could have. The drive's going to start from beyond the 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10.
Let's go now. Go.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Well, left side taken in by Iomack. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They get 11 and quickly pick up the first down. From the 32 now is first and 10.
Ready.
They bring a tight end in motion left. On the ground, this is Terrell Mullen. And he'll get about 5.
He was brought down by a second. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 5.
Here we go. Set.
Out of the gun, they give it to Pollard. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up third down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
Third and 2. Ward. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Titans punting unit comes out to the field. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. They'll come up first and 10 at the 40.
Let's go now.
On the ground, this is Barkley. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Oluwafemi Oladejo on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second and 9.
Panther 60. Panther.
Now, faking the give. And for a third time today, he intercepted. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the second half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to give the defense a chance to spark the comeback. You're trying to put them away late, protect the ball, safe throws. Don't be afraid to get to your check down. One bad read, one forced throw could be all you need to flip this game on its head and find yourself going with a lead late or falling behind.
A pickup of 14 on that one. That's good for a Titan first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
No run once more, and it's Pollard again. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. He's going to air this one out, and this will be incomplete. He was looking for Chindike that time, and it's going to be third down.
So obviously here in this one, the points have been at a premium. So now as you get into the second half, I think both these offenses start saying, all right, we've had a hard time sustaining possession. We've had a hard time going the long way. Let's try to generate some chunk plays and get a little life in our offense. And that one falls incomplete, but I think they got to just...
That's the one thing they couldn't have there, the sack that might take them out of field goal range. The Titans sending out their punch. And he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. Here's Barkley. And boy, tough to bring down there. Fighting forward for a gain of 7.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now, it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll look to throw. The second down throw is incomplete.
It's pretty remarkable at this stage, Mike, that they're even winning this game. I mean, anytime a quarterback is completing less than 50% of his throws, you just don't see that very often, and it just seems like time and time again, this quarterback and his intended targets, they're just not on the same page.
Taken in by Dotson. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll drop the throw. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
19,
Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
They've got to find a way to free him up, and whether that's moving him around the formation or using some pre-snap motion to get him better looks, but right now it's been a lot of double coverage, it's been a lot of tight windows, and if they're going to have more success today on the offensive side of the ball, especially in the passing game, this offensive play caller needs to be more creative freeing him up.
That'll be taken in by Barkley. 13 yards on that pass play. First down, Philadelphia.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Quick slant into the hands of Smith. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Fourth quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. And he's into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's got 20 on the year.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Saquon gonna try to run it in. And this time they stop him short of the goal line. Touchdown a moment ago. No 2-point conversion to add on as they come up empty. So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Safe kick taken at the 5. That'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. On 1st down, it's Ward. Now a screen. Here's Pollard. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get out?
Tony Pollard inside the 30. And he will score. Game on. Tony Pollard. Touchdown Titans. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. about all. Now a stoppage for an injured player, and it's Saquon Barkley who appears to be shaken up. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Short throw taken in by Goddard. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conserved. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Going to let this one go deep, and that is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And 3rd down coming up.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. A pass, caught by Saquon. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They'll wind up getting close to 10 yards on 4th and 1.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing now from the gun. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Reed Blankenship.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you. And sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Second down, they need 3. Down the former Tulane star. Here's Tyjae Spears. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll try and run here with Spears. And he gets it to midfield, and he gets the first down. Good run. The drive continues.
I really like this play call here, Mike, on third down. Yes, it is the fourth quarter, but you've got plenty of time remaining. So keep running your offense, stay with what's worked, and they keep it on the ground and pick up first down.
First and 10. Once again, it's Spears. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. Out of the gun, Ward. This one brought in by Eilman. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9. And third down. Coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Deputy! Bronco 80!
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he can't get rid of it, and he's taken down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come. It's fourth downs looming. They snap it to Ward. Now a shot here, deep middle. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Ain't want my type activity, so don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many should I see? Send them off. Take a risk or take a trip. You know I'm tripping for my dog.
Street! Come on,
They'll give it here to Shipley. Not much happening there. Just a short game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Look them up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, they'll give it to Shipley. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. It'll be their second. They stop it here with 1:07 on the clock. Third and 6. Look to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
Jake Elliott on
Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. This to make it a 2-possession lead. one. No good. And they will not be able to make this a two-possession game.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
Now, first down throw for Ward. That one caught by Eilman. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so they miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start. And that's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. And it's a gain of 20 on the heels of another big play to begin this drive. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. Looking to throw, it's Ward. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Calvin Ridley was the intended receiver, and it'll bring up second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Oregon. And the Eagles are right back in this one.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do, if that's the case, is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. Victory formation, defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win here for the Eagles. They bounced back from the loss last week. They would put in a determined effort, come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olsen. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners, as we say, so long from South Philly.